you?
Oh, I'm good, thank you.
Welcome to our first session.
Thank you.
I hopefully you received my email on just a little bit of about the program.
Yep,
And yes, I was introduced obviously by the training manager and suggested that we start this program today to try
yep.
and just get you a little bit more entrenched in the organisation and look at some of the some career development things as well going on. So firstly, can you just tell me a little bit about yourself? How did you join the company? I know you're doing
I
training.
was brought into the company to be an educator and do the training. So I've got years and years of experience, but probably got very, very experienced, very young. So um, kind of ahead of a lot of my older peers.
Yeah, wonderful. So what made you decide to become an educator?
I've always had a passion for obviously nursing and healthcare. But wanted to share, and I really enjoy seeing people grow through education. So I just thought that was the right place for me.
Fantastic. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And it's a great start. I mean, this company, yeah, really supports their educators, and it is a great opportunity for you.
Yeah.
So as you've mentioned, as we've discussed, we're going to have probably 3 sessions, including today, on our mentoring, and just to get your feet on the ground, get sorted. And I think you mentioned to the training manager there might be a few things that you notice in your new class that we might want to work through and discuss.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we'll just set some ground rules about what we're expecting over the next couple of weeks. Um,
Okay.
and I think we've already communicated that we're happy to do it via Zoom. So
Yes.
if you're
Yeah.
happy with that, we will continue via Zoom. Clearly, any other communication, you do have my number, or you can email if there's anything that comes up in between our
Yeah.
sessions.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I think regionally, and we'll see if this continues, we're talking about a weekly one for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Is
That would be good. At this time would be great. That's perfect.
all right. So obviously, if you need to reschedule for anything because things come up or your training might be booked or changed, I think via email is probably the best way to go. We'll just reschedule that
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
unless
That'd be
it's
best.
unless
No,
it's
email's
urgent.
good.
Yeah, unless
Yep.
it's urgent, of course you could obviously call me as well. So obviously anything else that comes up time wise, just let me know. As I said, call or email as soon as you get those notice. Now, just to set a few ground rules. Clearly, what we talk from my perspective is confidential.
Yep.
So obviously, I request that you're the same. But this is a safe space, and everything we talk about will be confidential.
Okay.
So it gives you an opportunity to be open. If you've really got problems, let's work through it. Or if you see things that aren't quite working within, work, let's talk about it. Or if you've got, just questions about where you want to head within the organisation and things like that, it's an
Okay.
open space. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, what do you think? We've got a number of sessions. What is your one goal that you'd like to get from this relationship? What are we trying to achieve from what you've seen and what you've been working on it currently?
I think for me, my long-term issue has been being quite young in my role, and older than and a lot of my colleagues, and yet I've got a more um, I have a lot more responsibility, and I think I'm struggling with kind of sort of capturing their interest, almost like they don't want to listen to my education or be part of it because they've been in the industry a lot longer. They've been nursing for a lot longer. They know best. And it's really just trying to work out a way to include them and get them to engage and, just I think it's probably respect for me, but also just respect within the department, but also trying to maybe add some value to them so that they don't feel I mean, it's not condescending, but that someone so young, they don't, can have that respect that I actually do have a lot of experience and knowledge in the area.
Okay, so what would you say? So we're talking about, I guess, classroom management and how we can maybe be a little bit more effective in that. What would you say, maybe three key areas where you've noticed behaviours or something that you're not that, that you would like to kind of alter or change?
Well, obviously mobile phones are a huge issue these days, and everyone has their phones on them and needs their phones apparently, but kind of feel like maybe you don't. But then when you're in the medical industry and there's a lot going on in the department, they do need their phones. So it's working out how to manage what phone calls can be taken when phones are appropriate, because it's very hard to know what's appropriate, what's not with the phone use. People casually sort of late. I mean, nursing, we are very, very, very busy, and I get that, we're very time poor, but it's this constant being late, this kind of more mature group that kind of, like, we've been here for a lot longer, we know best. And I think it's kind of that kind of talking as well. And while I'm trying to, help others who are, needing the assistance and learning, but it can be quite disruptive. And it's almost like condescending, like you're not sure what they're talking about. I mean, it could be work, but I guess if there needs to be a conversation, it should be taken. I don't know. I know these are things I've got to work out how to manage it. Because I'm new into the department, and we're all a team, and we all want to grow with our knowledge and education, and our time is very precious. So it's just how I go about facilitating a good education session within those parameters.
Look, I don't think, to be honest, you're the only one that the only trainer that comes along and faces those issues, and obviously understanding our audience as well, which you do have a handle on how they're working and things like that. But I think there's definitely some tactics and things that we can discuss and work on over the next couple of weeks that will really support you in some of those things. We'll get it, and we'll put it. I'll put it together in a little bit more of a a documented objective situation. But yeah, feel free. Yeah, I think there's definitely scope and some small wins that you can have on that. So in saying that, let's summarize. So we want to do strategy for, let's just summarize. We're going to look at strategies for phone management. Okay.
Yep.
We're going to look on setting expectations for attendance, and and behaviour, I guess, and even strategies. As you said, sometimes they can't help being late if they've actually come straight from a ward or something like that. So taking in mind that, but we will manage promptness and expectations and things like that. And I guess that also falls into talking as well during sessions as well, and expectations, and just some other little tactics that we can do to maybe get their engagement off their friend and back into the classroom. So, okay, I will work at that, and we will explore those in more detail over the next three weeks. But from your perspective, that sounds like an action plan that you would feel
sounds good. Yeah, because I'm really frustrated. I feel like I'm wasting my time, and I don't know what my feedback will be either. So it sort of goes both ways,
Okay. All right. So feedback is good, and I guess we can bring that into, as I said, the way we open-ended questions, and we can get some feedback and some other things involved as well. All right. Okay, I like that's a good direction for us to work on, I think. So let's confirm our next meeting. So we've said weekly, so that is still what I would actually like to do, because this was just a little bit of a planning session. I would,
Yes.
if you've got time, I think it might be beneficial to maybe even meet tomorrow, if that works. I
Yep.
mean, I know
Yep.
it's a little bit out of our schedule, but I think, we have got only a short window, so I would like to get us
Yeah,
started.
I do have time, and I don't want to lose the audience and my reputation as an educator, because I've just come in and I've
Yeah,
got so much knowledge to share. But it's very challenging and disruptive at the moment.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And I agree. I think we let's get started, and we'll start our first session tomorrow, and
Yep.
then we can go weekly
Okay.
from there, and we can have some strategies and tactics and things to work on throughout the week. Okay. All right. So yes, so specific actions for tomorrow we will discuss. I will actually write up some more of a document, and I will share that with you later on today. And then we can have some specific actions to discuss for tomorrow.
So do you think there's going to be a way to fix this like the phone issue and like,
Yeah,
okay.
I think so. And I mean, it's not just necessarily, um, something we might uncover, although there's definitely tactics and, setting
Yep.
expectations and things like that. But I might also bring in there's another experienced educator, not in your falls and prevention area, but she does a range of other topics. So we might actually bring her into for some advice, and I might set you up with her. So there'll be
That'd be good.
a few different things that we will kind of implement to meet those objectives, as well as us talking. So yeah, many things to do. I'll just have a bit of a think about it today, and we can reassess tomorrow and start working on some of those tactics.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say we're confirmed tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Is that work? Or I've got 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Let me have a look. Might do 11 o'clock because I do have a education session straight after lunch. So
okay, all right. Let's get that done, and we may be able to work on some things anyway.
that'd be good.
Things
That'd be good. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. So let me just back up a little bit though. How do you like to learn? Like how do you feel you learn best? Is it just by talking or exercises? Do I lead you into some videos? I don't know. How do you feel you learn the best?
Well, I kind of, it's the old nursing thing. It's see one, do one, teach one, So I like to learn, then I like the demonstration, and then I like to then teach that demonstration. Yeah. So that's kind of how I've always done things, because I'm very much a hands-on kind of learner.
Yeah.
And obviously, maybe not all people are like that, but I do like to do the education, then the hands-on.
Yeah, which as you are, obviously you're teaching adults as well. So
yeah,
bringing those philosophies in how you've already learned is obviously key as well.
Yeah. And I think the area that I'm in is changing so much with technology, and I guess there's just the old way that things used to be done, and they're easier, and that's challenging.
Okay. Awesome. All right. All right. Well, leave that with me. And as I said, I'll come up with a plan this afternoon and shoot that over to you. And then when we meet tomorrow, we can have a quick discussion on the plan, and then actually start getting into things that that we can work on together.
Yeah, no, because I just can't keep doing this. It's just too frustrating, and it's just it's not rewarding to be doing this kind of job like this. I could be of more value somewhere else if I can't sort this out, but then maybe it's an issue I have and I need to get ahead of it because it's the way it is. I don't know.
Yeah, I think in some situations you have to give yourself a little bit of a break. You've just started in the role. Okay. So, and I know it's your first first main training kind of role. So
Yeah.
see, it's okay. These things will happen. Myself, I've been in training roles where, things don't quite go how you expect them to go. One situation, I was training someone on lashes and, we didn't have the right equipment. So I had people sharing just because of
Yeah.
it just wasn't set up quite right. And it's managing those, but you manage it to your best of the ability. And as you are doing now and have reached out for some assistance, hence why we're doing this. So
Yeah.
give yourself a little bit of a break. It's a new role, and we will
Yeah.
work through some of these issues, and I'm quite sure you'll see some things change.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So do you have anything else at the moment?
No, it's just how I'm feeling about it all, really. I just feel like I don't quite know how to take this. So it's just hard. It's very hard. So I guess for me, I would just want a really clear path of what to do, and maybe I really like the idea of getting some feedback. And I don't know how to get that sort of respect from the old school nurses who have done it forever their way. I don't know. It's very challenging for me. Very challenging.
Re-educating can be challenging. And I guess just going on to one point now, and this is just a little thing that we could probably work on and have a think about, is we are re-educating. So obviously people and students bring their prior knowledge, as you know, and as you're coming against. Okay, so I guess reaffirming them that we're not saying their prior knowledge is not of value, so that they want to feel that they have been valued, and their work obviously is still of value.
Yeah.
We are just reaffirming that this is just a new way to do it, and would actually enhance their work, will make things quicker. So really showcase some of those benefits.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even directly saying, I know we're here, we're all learning, we've probably all done falls prevention or, whatever topic you're doing before. But there are new innovations, there are new, and I really want your input, because just because they're new innovations doesn't mean we're kicking out the old necessarily. You've still got your skills, you've still got your knowledge. We're just looking
at. And I guess it is a very boring topic, probably.
Well, yes, boring, but necessary.
Essential. Yeah. Preventing far worse things from happening. But I have a question. I received the checklist from you. This checklist I printed off. So what do I have to do with that?
What we would do is we'll go through that at the end of session 3.
Oh, okay.
And just to make sure that you feel that you've covered off everything that everything that you wanted to learn or experience, and so we'll go through that in more detail in session.
So have you ever dealt with this kind of issue before? Like, do you have any experience in this?
Yeah, as I said, I was a trainer myself for a number of years. It wasn't in falls, but in the same situation, I've certainly had training people who are coming to be retrained or coming back into the industry. So have been trained in one certain way. But like technology's changed, products changed, safety concerns have changed, or have really ramped up. So some of them actually found it quite confronting, going, oh my God, this is not how I did it. They felt like they were learning a completely new skill. So it's really about, as I said, reassuring them, making sure they're safe, making sure they feel like, do you know what? You don't have to get this all in one go. It's not, we're not here expecting you to just go bang, 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 and, and know it. nobody knows it. You know, failure is part of learning, and
Yeah.
it, you know, it will take time, and it takes practice, and it takes dedication, right? So
yeah. So is there, do you know, is there like a network, like a nursing educators network, or specifically in Falls? Do you know if there's that kind of thing, or how I could reach out
yeah,
to find?
yeah. Do you know what? I will do some more research, but I have definitely heard of. I'm sure there's a falls prevention group as a part of.
Yeah,
I
it's good
can't
to
remember
have
what
that
industry group
support.
off the top of my head, but there
Yeah.
definitely is some definitely falls prevention groups. So I will
Oh,
do
that'd
some
be good.
research, and we can definitely have a look at that. And I'll also, and I'm sure this organisation, our business, will be part of it. So we can also look to see whether we've got any actual personal networks in that industry group as well that you might be able to talk to. We may be able to get resources about and that type of thing.
So
And there are, because there's a lot of educators within
yeah.
that group, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
So you mentioned that this is confidential.
Yeah.
Who within my organisation are you liaising with, though?
Good question. So anything that we discuss is confidential. Any notes or documents that we take is confidential between us. The only other person who gets a copy is the training manager, who you've already spoken to. So
Okay.
it's between us. I will send you, I think I sent the policies to you in the email, but I can
Yeah.
resend those. So I do encourage you to have a bit of a read. It's confidentiality. It's also document handling policies and that type of thing. So I recommend you having
Okay.
a bit of a read of those, because if you've got any questions, make sure you let me know,
Yeah.
and we can go through that. But other than that, it is, we want this to be a safe space for you. And, so we do try and keep it as confidential as we can.
That's good. Yeah, because I would hate for them to find out, and then that's that gagging up, and and then suddenly there's a lot of
No,
gossip.
no.
And
As I said, what the training manager will get is the outcomes. So the objectives and the outcomes. She doesn't get any insight to what we're actually talking about.
do you know what the past history was with this position?
It's actually a new position, because
Oh, okay.
we have expanded our
Okay.
topics and our reach in terms of
Okay.
education for the nurses.
Okay.
So new position. So once again, don't be hard on yourself. This is new and evolving as you are new and evolving.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that's yeah. So we'll just take it, and we'll step through it, and you'll be
Okay.
fine. Okay. All right. So just reassessing, 11 o'clock tomorrow. I'll send this through to you later today, so you can have a read, and we'll have some action plans. And so it'll give you a few things to at least think about, and then we can talk about what action we want for the next session. Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. Any other questions? Otherwise, I will talk to you tomorrow.
Look forward to chatting to you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Stop recording.